Okay, beautiful day today. Headed out to vote, but the queues are so long. So probably do that tomorrow. So just heading out to the drags. We've got test and tune for the Ford Nationals. So I'll be working there over the weekend. Should be a fun time. So it's Friday today. So we've got test and tune today, then competition tomorrow, then a test and tune Sunday, and we've got a Nitro Funny Car turning up on Sunday, so that should be good. I was a bit lazy, second gear start off. There is another polling booth up here on the right. Going to cruise past, just see if they don't have a queue. But it's sort of out of my zone, so they're going to look me up on a book. So it could take a little bit longer. We'll just see. Anyway, it's a week away just about before head off on my big trip. Heading up to the Alpine region. Should be fun, heading up with my brother. He'll be on his 1050, his Speed Triple 1050 RS, and I'll be on this. Doing, I think it's 7 days or something. That doesn't look so bad in there. Oh no. Another big queue. I think I'll do Axedale tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I did apply for a postal vote, but it hadn't turned up in the mail. Might turn up today, so if it's there today and I get home early enough, I'll fill it out and chuck it in the post, then I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about a queue. Everyone hates standing in a queue. See if we can do a little demo of cruise control as we head out here. It is a fiddly cruise control, I'll tell you that. Not as good as the cruise on the 890R. That thing was brilliant. So it's this daggy little button right here. It's got almost a two, you've got to get it into a slot and then, okay, so it's now on, it's flashing. So now I press it into that slot again, because if I press it up, it doesn't activate. Press it down, it doesn't activate. You've got to press it into the slot again. There we go. Now she's on. Doot, 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 doot. Boom. Look, Ma, no hands. That's an annoying thing, that if you deactivate it, that green light sits there and flashes, and it's the most annoying thing. You just want to turn it completely off when that's on, and it doesn't. It's like it doesn't reset back to the same speed. It resets when you activate it again. It sets whatever speed you're on, your throttle's on. It's bizarre. So I've got new summer gloves, some Dainese shorties. That's for the trip. Also bought some race gloves, but they're very tight, so don't know if I'll be using them on the road. I think I'll just be taking this set of summers, and I've got a set of winter gloves taking with me. I bought new boots, and I'm waiting on a set of leathers coming from Denmark. DHL reckon they're in the air. Hopefully they'll arrive before next, not this Monday and the following Mondays when we head off. So anyway, the Tuono is done, for those that want to know. $5,832 Ks. Now I've owned it, well, it'll be coming on to 12 months next week. As we leave, it'll be exactly 12 months old. Now normally I would ride more than that, but I had about near on 6 months off after crashing the 890R. So I just didn't get the amount of... I had about 3,000 Ks on it the first fortnight I bought it, because we did this trip, the same trip last year. So I've only done 3,000 Ks in the last 3 months, I guess. 3 or 4 months. No issues. I changed the gearing while it was while I was out of action. I had it also lowered because I'm only I struggle to make 5'6". I've got little legs. I could ride the bike at full height, that's no problem. It's just more when we're touring and you got luggage on and all that sort of thing, and you're on strange roads. It just gives you a better sense of security when you're pulling up. Because I was completely on tippy toes otherwise. And I'm only 72 kilos, so she weighs a bit for me. The 890R was actually probably as tall, or even a little bit taller, but I didn't seem to have too much trouble with that because it was such a light bike. We must be out of the 100, out of the 80 zone yet. Where's the pub? That's how you know. Have I passed it? Oh, the bloke's coming up quick behind me, so it must be 100 zone. There we go. Yeah, definitely 100 zone. Oh, and here's the big pain in the arse. On the 890R, you could actually change gears while it's on cruise. I can't on this, it locks the gearbox, so I can't upshift. So, if I pull in the clutch and click it up, and go to reset. No. Resets it at 88. Bloody pain in the arse. Still got a bit of roadworks along here from the floods that we had. See, now this is the annoying thing. See, it's flashing green while it's off. It'd be better if that was orange, like a solid orange. Don't know why they couldn't, Aprilia couldn't suss that out. Yep, there's the strip. The traffic light strip. And it's a bugger to get into neutral. Gotta go. The trick is to get an Aprilia in the neutral. Now, hot. The trick is put it in second, let the clutch out a little bit, and then gently push down on it. It's near impossible to get it out of fine neutral from first for some whatever reason. So this is the annoying thing, because normally when you take off, you check if you've left your blinker on, and you think your blinker's on. Bloody crazy. And it goes up in increments about 1.5, 2 kilometres. Just depends how it feels on the day. Like one tap isn't 1 kilometre. It must be 1 mile. So therefore it's 1.6 kilometres. So this is a bit of a boring ride, sorry about that. Yeah, so the reason we go is basically the first week of December is because the roads are all clear, all the caravans are off the roads because it's not school holidays yet. No one goes away just before Christmas, but we do. Basically have the roads to ourselves. It's just going to be a bit interesting this year because all the bad weather we've had, massive floods and storms. We do know there's one of our roads that we go on has had a landslide on it, so we probably won't be going on that. That's up to Falls Creek. So, and that's just an in and out road. Doesn't actually connect to any. It just goes up the mountain and back down. So we'll probably skip that little jaunt. Got to buy some more video cards. Make sure I got enough memory for the trip. But I'll only probably record the fun sections. But there is a 5-6 hour fun section. That's from that's from Gippsland through to Midder. But it's probably the better bits after you leave Omeo. But it's like 1,000 corners. Hopefully I'm fit enough for it. Well, you get fitter every day. Probably be knackered first day, but first day's a bit of an easy ride. We average about 400, 500, 600 k's a day, somewhere, I'll say 500 k's a day roughly. So 6 days we might come back doing 3,000 k's. Then this will probably be due for a service. Have to have a look at the book. Oh, I forgot to set my trip.